Hello everyone and welcome to my vlog. Today I am doing another heart-to-heart conversation with Jay, who is me. So, many of you might not have known what happened in 2016, okay? But I'm going to tell you guys what happened. Worst year of my life as far as I can tell you so far. Now, let's put it this way. When 2016 came around, it seemed like a great year. It seemed like it was starting on the right foot. I was happily married. I was in 11 days it would have been my birthday, and we had a good surprise birthday party. And from there, it just went downhill. Let's put it that way. So, for people who don't know, I used to live in Utah. I was married, and in 2016, the worst day of, two days happened. Well, there was a few days that happened, but one day was my ex-wife, her mother told me, "You have until March 9th to get out of my house." Okay? Nobody wants to ever feel like they've been shut out of your house, like thrown out of someone's house of because you're getting a divorce. Like, I mean, really, it should be like, find your place. I'll let you stay until you can move out, until you go back to Canada or wherever. But I had till March 9th to get out. Luckily, my sister was married at that time, and it would have been let's put it this way. It would have been a year almost. Okay, by May, it would have been a year that she was married to her husband. And so I talked to my sister and her husband, and they said I could stay at their place. So I was secured on that. So it wasn't like the worst day of my life, but it was devastating because I didn't know where I was going in the beginning. So I stayed there until March 28th, okay, when I came back to Canada, because that was the best that could be done. Okay? Now, the worst day of my life came to pass. Okay? It drove me up the wall. So, it seemed like regular days in June, and it was sunny, it was hot, it was nice, it was great. Then the worst day came around. Found out my testicle went from a regular sized testicle to a small water balloon. Okay, if you can see a small water balloon in your hand that you fill up with water just a little bit, like not very much, my testicle blew up like a small little water balloon. Best way to put it. Freaking out, devastated, wondering what the heck happened, had no clue about it. Luckily, one of my friends said, "Go see a doctor. You better go see a doctor." Okay? Thank goodness on that I was able that this person recommended it to me. I went to see a doctor. They had no clue what it was. So they said, "Do an ultrasound of it." Now, the choices are here in Quebec. You pay 150 to almost $200 for an ultrasound, and you can get it in the same week or the next day or the same day. You go to the hospital, you're going to wait 3 to 4 months because it's free, but you wait. Does not help. Now in Utah, if I was in Utah for this, I would have had to pay out of pocket where I could get the ultrasound, I'd get everything done, and I'd probably go to the hospital and they would check everything, and it would cost me at least 20 grand to get it all done and everything. So my mom says, we're going to book the appointment, we're going to pay for it, we're going to get it done. Great. So in the same week we got tested, we got an ultrasound to find out what it was. They didn't know what it was, but they took a bunch of pictures. I was freaking out, and they recommended me to Dr. El Hakim. Okay, he is I guess an oncologist. I guess I'm not really sure. Well, he deals with people with cancer or people with problems in their testicles. Okay, or I'm guessing maybe prostate problems too. But They recommended me to him. We went to him, and we he took a look at me and he said, "Yep, that has to come out." So in the same week that we got it was just like 1 week over, not like 1 week later, but like just a week. So if I went like on a Friday to see the doctor, by Monday I was in to see Dr. El Hakim. He checked me out. He said that has to come out. He tried to book me for Thursday of that week. He was booked solid. So 1 week later, literally 1 week later, on the next Monday, the nurse or his secretary or something calls and says, "Hey, we want to book you for Thursday at such and such a time." And they're like, "Is that fine?" I said, "Yes." We booked it. We did it. And so I had to go to the Lakeshore Hospital for it. Scary, freaking out, nervous wreck. I mean, I was freaking out to the point, it was horrible. It was so bad. I literally couldn't stand it. Okay, so I sit in a bed. I wait an hour or two for them to come and get me, and they say, "Okay, yeah, we're gonna do it." And they ask me a bunch of questions. What are you here for? This and that and everything. And so they tell me to move from the bed over to the operating table. And they say, "Okay, we have to put something in your back so that it freezes you from the waist down." I guess it's a spinal tap or something. I don't know what it's called, like an epidural or something like that. And so the lady is like, "Before we do the epidural, can we give him the goodies?" And I'm like wondering, okay, what the heck are the goodies? Now the lady tells me the goodies are going to calm you down, because I was freaking out so badly. I had heavy breathing. I was so nervous. I hate surgeries. Literally, if I can get rid of surgeries and not have to do them, I won't do them. Okay? That's how I am, because literally surgeries scare the living nightmare out of me. So they give me the goodies. They put the spinal tap, the epidural, whatever you want to call it, freeze me from the waist down, and they say, "Hey, do you want to be awake for this?" And I said, "Nope, knock me out, knock me out." I just said, "Knock me out. I am not going to be awake for this. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to know anything. I just want to be knocked out." So she injects me with something through my IV, and literally 2 to 5 minutes later, I'm asleep. And next thing I know, I am partially awake, and I am in the operating room still, and they are just bandaging me up, fixing me up. And then next thing I know, I'm out in like the recovery room, but somewhere else. And then next thing I know, I'm in the room where I first started with my mom. And the rules, what they say is you have to be able to walk a few steps before you can get out. Well, I just had surgery where they removed my testicle that was brought down at the age of 3. So think about this. At the age of 3, okay, well, now they do it as soon as possible, because it can get too warm up there if one of your testicles get too warm. So literally, they did that. They fixed me up. They brought it down when I was 3, because they could finally do it, because I was getting sick. So they removed the testicle. They put a fake one in place. Okay, what this means is they have this silicone or something, and they fill it up with liquid that stays as my, well, prosthetic testicle. Great. I'm all fixed up. I've been secured. I was able to walk. I get out of the hospital, and I'm like dying because of hunger, because I didn't eat anything the night before, because you can't really do it. So I didn't eat anything really, and so we get Tim Hortons, and I'm eating it, and my mom's like, "Are you in pain?" I'm like, "No, but let's go get the medication just in case." Okay, so we go and get the medication. I probably took it the first day, like after the surgery, but other than that, I was perfectly fine. Like literally, totally fine. Okay, so when they did this, so just so you guys understand, they went through my same incision I had when I was 3 that healed up great. Okay, they went through the same place to fix me up. Well, to remove my testicle that was the size of a small water balloon. So figure that one out. Small water balloon to a regular size testicle. And so after that, it took about a week and a half for them to finally say you can remove the bandages. It was hard when you have to go to the bathroom. It's hard when you sleep. It's hard to do anything. It's hard when you cough, because you feel everything. It just feels unnatural, but it is normal to feel like that. And so the doctor told me I would feel numb for a good like months. Okay, Right now, it still feels like it's a little numb, but that's just a side effect. I mean, it could happen. It could take up to a year and a half for it to go away, but it might never go away because you're cutting through nerves and everything else. So that is the two worst days of, well, three worst days. First one, trying to figure out where I'm gonna stay because I just got booted out of my mother-in-law's house. Two is because I was getting a divorce, and three, because I got cancer. Now, it is devastating to get cancer, and all that could cause any problems, but I'm perfectly normal now. I'm fine. I'm glad to be alive. I'm glad to be happy. I'm glad to be able to move on with my life. I'm glad just to be alive and not dying from cancer because they caught it all in a space of 3 weeks. Everything done in 3 weeks. And that is amazing for Canada because Canada takes forever. Usually you wait 3-4 months and then they finally get you in. And this time it was 3 weeks. They got me in. They did it all. They fixed me up and I was great. Now, remember, till the end of this month, that's all you have to try to win a fidget spinner. I got two of them, a green one and a red one that glows in the dark. Okay, only two. Okay, what you have to do to win one, okay, to at least be entered, okay, is you have to subscribe to my channel. Then you gotta say in the comments below that you've subscribed. 3 is you have to share my video, and 4 is you got to hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. Even if you subscribe to my channel already, still write in the comments below I subscribed, share the video, and hit that thumbs up. It's the most important thing. Okay, that's how I know you've been entered into the drawing for a fidget spinner. Okay, and then remember, you guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. You guys are one of a kind. Thank you so much for supporting me on my videos. Thank you for all the views. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for being who you guys are. Most importantly, you guys got to remember, be happy. Thanks for watching.